Hey Mama House here. We're getting ready to plant some garlic. A couple of weeks ago, I found some softneck garlic in Virginia when I was at the HOA conference. And I'm going to try my hand at planting it this year. Normally, I only plant elephant garlic, which is really easy to grow. I came home and I tried to find a place to plant this garlic, and I've picked this brick raised bed that I have on the other side of the house. When you're trying to find a place to plant your garlic, it needs to be full sun, or at least 10 hours of sun a day. You also need an area that gets good drainage. You do not want a place that stays wet, as that may cause your garlic to rot. About 2 weeks before you get ready to plant, you want to prepare your soil and incorporate as much organic matter as you can into here. So come along with me and I'll show you what I did to this bed to get it ready. This brick raised bed is about 22 years old. We built it when we built the house, and I've only ever had flowers in it. It does have a few leaks, and I've never tilled up this soil. I've just mulched it with straw and planted flowers in it. It's a very pretty bed, but it's not real practical for vegetables because you can't reach over into it without getting into the bed. The first thing I'm going to do is rake back all these layers of straw. It's got some really good organic matter in it. I'm going to plant about 2 rows of garlic here, so I'm going to rake back enough from each side to plant this garlic. And once it's planted, I'll just mulch it back with this straw. Here I'm adding some compost. This comes from a cotton gin nearby in Lenox, Georgia. It's called Black Gold. We have used this for about 10 years. We go and get a truckload and use it as we need it. This is what I used in all my raised beds where I have my vegetables, and Greg uses it in his garden to amend his soil also. We've always had really good luck with it. I put about 3 5-gallon buckets on this bed. Next, I'm adding some of our complete organic fertilizer. I'm just going to sprinkle a liberal amount here right in the middle where I'm going to be planting the garlic. And I plan to plant 2 rows here. I have 6 different varieties of softneck, and I've never grown softneck before, so this will be new for me. I'm using the garden fork to loosen up this soil. You see these big clumps here? I guess you would consider this garden to have been a no-till, because I have never loosened up the dirt or tilled it up. The clumps break up really easy with this garden fork. For garlic, you want the soil to be loose about 6 to 8 inches down. You want it to be soft and loose enough that when you get ready to plant it and you push that garlic into the soil, it goes right down. I'm just taking the end of this garden fork and beating out those clumps. This bed stays moist but not too wet. It has really good drainage, so I think it's going to work perfect for the garlic. You do want it in full sun at least 10 hours a day, and this gets full sun in the morning and then again in the afternoon, so I think it'll be perfect. The last thing I'm adding to this is some worm castings that come from my worm bed, and there's a few bits of shredded paper in here and a few worms. I'm adding one of these green tub trucks full. I'm going to take my fork and mix this in really well one more time. The soil here is getting fluffy. I'm going to wait about 2 weeks and I'll plant this garlic. More than likely, I'll go back in here before I plant it and loosen this dirt up one more time. Okay, now it's ready. We just need to wait about 2 weeks because I don't want to plant it too early. I want to wait about 4 weeks before my first frost. The soil is soft. I'll probably one more time take the garden fork and till it up. You don't want these clumps in there, and when you plant it, you want it soft enough that you can push that clove of garlic down into the soil. So join me next time when I get ready to plant the garlic.